So Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 2. It says, "It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting."
Oh man, that's right, man. It's better to go to the house of mourning than the house of feasting. Because when you're mourning, man, right then, like you're humble, man.
Yeah, serious.
Yeah. You ain't playing no games, partying and bullshitting and doing all that. Like when I go to work and all that, man, them niggas in there, they happy, man. They partying. They living it up. Like they don't got a care in the world, man. Right? These niggas go out every goddamn Saturday, Friday, and Thursdays and party. You know? Like we not in war right now, man. You go out every weekend and party it up. Like America's not in a $1 trillion debt. Yeah, cunt. Sloppy. I gave you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, only one time I was at work, I said billion, 20 billion. I'm like, my boss was like, what?
Yeah, like, oh, dog, you giving them slack, you know? That's like, yo, matter of fact, me and the brother was talking about earlier, man. You know, with this debt and everything like that, America owes China a lot of money, man. This whole debt, the debt ceiling and all that, that goes to China. China, you know, lent them that money, man. And how they said they was going to pay them back to y'all, through the citizens. That's where you get your social security number, your birth certificate and all that. You know? As a matter of fact, your birth certificate in the top right hand corner, I believe it is. If you look at a matter of fact, let me see if I got it. If you look at a dollar bill, you have a serial number right here, right? You got this number right here, all right? Which your on your birth certificate, the birth certificate is printed on the same type of paper, cotton as the dollar bill. And then you have that same the letter with the numbers. That's an account number right there, right? All right, so that's letting you know right there that's your property of the society, man. America been sold you out, man. All right, so like I always say, with any debt, somebody gonna come collect on that. And what they gonna come collect? The same thing that America put up, you. All right. What you have, that's called, you know, you have martial law, man. All right. Matter of fact, you have second measure, 15. You don't have a phone. Second measure, 15. All right, this is the book of Isaiah. Chapter 13, chapter 13, verse 14. And it says, oh man, it says, "And I will dash them one against another, even the fathers, the sons together, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. I will not pity, nor spare, nor have mercy, but destroy them."
Yeah, so that's basically showing you that the Most High could be, you know, how you people would consider like cruel. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna. I'm sorry. Read it a few times.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 14. It says, "And I will dash them one against another, even the fathers and the sons together, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. I will not pity, nor spare, nor have mercy, but destroy them."
Yeah, because like, you know, during the time of the Babylonian captivity, you had the Babylonians that came in and they basically besieged Jerusalem, you know what I'm saying? And that in Israel, the Israelites, they went through all kinds of like hell, and the same type of stuff that's gonna happen today, like famines. Right. Like what happened was basically the Babylonians came in and they basically locked Jerusalem, and it was surrounded by a wall. So they basically locked the door so you couldn't get supplies in or out. So it's like they basically just started, you know, just like with America, you know, like they say America only has about 3 days worth of food or whatever supplies here in the market. So it's like, you know, when when all hell breaks loose, it's gonna be like that same thing. Like all that stuff is gonna get used up like very quickly, you know. So that's one thing you could look at. And so like Israel, you know, going back to like we were saying about Venezuela and all that, you know, there's gonna come a time when it's gonna be like lines of people, no food. You know what I mean? People are gonna be eating stuff that you never would think that they would be, you know, eating and stuff like that. Like you see, like homeless people digging in the trash can and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have people that's really gonna be fucking doing it.
That's gonna be your people that got that expensive taste.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be people fucking leaves off the tree like they're fucking rappers and shit.
like a cow be eating the grass and shit. You know, motherfuckers eating grass, man, trying to fill their belly, man.
Yeah, like the movie, it was a movie called The Survivors, so you brothers should watch it because it has a lot of kind of interesting stuff. Like one thing was, in the movie, there was this Edomite guy who was a survivalist, and I mean, you could tell he was Esau because they showed one scene where he took a page of the Bible and like burned it. I'm just like, damn, like why would you, like all the books, you know what I'm saying, like that's the last thing I was looking to do, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, matter of fact, my spirit, man, even though I got Bibles, man, that the pages ripped out and little small pieces, the pieces ripped out, man, I don't even throw them out, man. I keep all that together and put it in another book or something, man, or in a bag, you know? That's how I feel about this truth, man. You know, but like the brother said, they burn it, man. You gonna have them motherfuckers burning that for heat, man. You know?
Yeah, so like in the movie, it showed where he was basically by himself, and you had these two women that, you know, were looking for supplies, looking for protection. So the woman, she had like all this fucking jewelry trying to give it to him. You know, jewelry, you know, gold, silver, whatever, money that could represent. And it's like he wasn't even concerned about that shit. Like it didn't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it was gonna come a time when all that money isn't gonna mean anything. And then they even showed it in the movie because since he was a survivalist, he had he was like food and all that stuff. So there was a point where you know, he had his own little crops or whatever, and there was these people that came and just stole that shit. So like they might have had a certain amount of you know, resources or whatever, and then they were fucking like eating like soup. Like they had like grass or some shit in it where it's like it don't even, it's like water and grass or something like that. Like it didn't even, it was like I mean it wasn't even like it wasn't even really anything. Like they were fucking just being skinny, like dying away.
Matter of fact, I was watching it was Russia Today the other day, man, and they had they was talking about basically how in that depression, I believe it was World War II. And like right now, you're starting to hear a lot about World War II, man. Why? Because the first war was passed, the second one came, now the third one coming quickly. You know? So it's a lot going on pursuing the World War II. But they was talking about how they used to ration out food to the citizens, man. And how it was, I guess it was a loaf of bread. Alright? So they were rationing out like this much to the people that actually worked, that went to work. So these people that was going to work, they was getting the most of the food supply. Then you had like little pieces, a little portion it broke down smaller and smaller. You know? But why did they feed the people that was working? Why? Because they was the ones that was basically keeping the economy on their back, man. They were slaves still, you know, and they was in a depression. And then what they said, they mixed everything with like, I think it was like pine leaves, pine cones, a whole bunch of different stuff that they mixed to make bread, man. You know? Which normally you want to do that. You know? But those things, yeah, cut. Just to make it, you know, to sort of fill you up. But those things right now, man, they're coming to America, man. But people don't, they can't see that, man. You know? But
yeah, and I was gonna say, like me and his brother, we were talking about it's like not synchronicity, but the similarity between World War II and like right now, like during World War II, you know, you had Germany, you had Japan, which was the Axis, and then you know you had the you had the Allies, which is like America and all the allies that were with America, right? And, during World War II, Japan had an agreement with America about oil and steel, I think it was, because because you gotta have oil to like fill your ships, your tanks, your airplanes, all that stuff to make the gas and all that. And then you need steel in order to build, right? So Japan basically said that if America basically did set up an embargo on Japan, then the other thing was if America, if they positioned their their army, which was basically like their navy, in a hostile position or whatever, because they had the navy at a place in California, but then they sent them to Hawaii. So Japan told them, if you do this, we're like a war. Yeah. It's just like if somebody fucking squares up with you or something like that, like you anticipating you better be ready and like fucking be ready to.
Say it again.
So like that's the same thing that's basically going on now with North Korea. People don't really realize that. Like you have China, or America, they were putting pressure on China and all that to basically as far as the coal and all that stuff, the natural resources in order for them to their fuel supply, and then you have them positioning their ships in the region of surrounding North Korea. So that's like an active war and all that. And North Korea is like that's real serious. You know what I'm saying? Look at the scriptures say. I was gonna say whistleblower was written 4 times written for our learning, but I mean it was like written. Something that happened.
So that's a perfect example. Because that's the same thing, like the brother said, when it was written 4 times for our learning. Those things are already in history that happened, right? And guess what? They say history repeats itself. It's repeating itself right now, right? Because it's basically the same tensions from back then, man. But this tension, the end all tension. Because once this war pop off, this is it. And the whole thing, America wants to take control of the oil supply, man. That's the reason for all these wars. These little wars, when they say wars and rumors of wars, man. That's why America wants to go into these other nations' land and all that. Why they want to take over the natural resources.
Yeah, that's why they set up coups and all these things in different countries to basically take down the leadership, like in Libya. You have like Gaddafi. They try to take over. Like Iran. That's one of the places they want to get to.
Wow, they heavy in oil.
Yeah, like
not petroleum drug, I believe.
Yeah, to do the side and all that stuff. I mean, they wanted to take over that land, those lands and all that. Put up puppet leaders and all that, so they could basically control, the natural resources and all that.
Matter of fact, because I want to bring this. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrow and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come?
Yeah, so Ezra said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? So like the scriptures say that the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets, so meaning that the same spirit that dwelled in those men is going to come back in the last days, as it's being given out by the Most High to the men who are chosen to be those vessels to hold the spirit of the prophets. So Ezra is saying, who's going to deliver me in those days, meaning the last days? And he's talking about all the death and destruction and things that people would cringe and all this stuff that are going to happen. He's saying who's going to deliver him in those days.
He saw them, the martial law popping up. He saw them tanks. He couldn't explain it. He saw them helicopters, man. Them German troops and all that, man. It's like, man, when I be seeing this stuff now, man, and we know it's coming, I'll be like, damn, man. Lord, like, yo, how the hell is we gonna get out of this, man? You know? That's when faith kicks in, but still, like, you're gonna be like, damn, Lord, like, you see it. You know, so it's like, man, you know, you sit there and watch television, man. You see the things that's going on. You know the Lord gonna deliver you, man. You gotta have faith. But you still, like, in your mind, you're like, man, how the hell am I gonna get out this shit, man? You know? Like the prophet Ezra said, man, woe is me, man. Woe means destruction, man. Who's gonna deliver us? You know? And right now, that's the beginning of these things, man. It hasn't even really begun to hit the fan, man. You're having little famines here and there, you know, little evils here and there, on a low scale, but it's about to hit a high scale, man. But these people, man, they're not even ready for that, man. Nor do they consider that it can happen here, man. But if I grab somebody off the street and I ask them, the next person that walk by, man, if I ask somebody, do they think that famine and destruction is coming to America? Or do they think that Russia is capable of taking out America? You know what? They're going to say no. Yo, buddy, can I ask you a question? Nah, real quick, man. Real quick. Listen, real fast. Do you think that Russia is capable of taking out America? Do you think that Russia is capable of taking out America? That's what I'm putting out. Stand right there. Nah, stand right there, bro. Yeah, do you think Russia is capable of taking out America?
Well, I mean, if they did, then like America would take them out also.
So you think? All right. So, do you think this is going to happen to America? Right?
I hope not. I hope it doesn't. Maybe.
I mean, but do you think like it's possible that could happen?
Like, do I think Russia would do that?
Sure. But right now you have Donald Trump and others, right? So he dropped that the bomb at Moab. Mother of all bombs over there. Was that Syria?
I thought it was Afghanistan.
Correct. It's Afghanistan. So he dropped that bomb over there, right? First of all, he said that he was going to do those things anyway. When he first was running for office and everything like that, right? He's out bombing the shit out of him and all that. Throughout his home. And then at the same time, he was like, man, you know, he's going to be friends with Russia, this, that, and the third, and all that. So with him doing that, what do you think that he's expecting to happen to him? Well, you know, you have North Korea, right? They're ready to, ready to go at it.
Well, I don't think Russia would nuke America because we have a lot of nukes also, and if they nuked us, we would just nuke them back. That's right. So if you're talking about the Middle East, I think Afghanistan really can't do anything back to us because they don't have any nukes. So a lot of the Middle Eastern countries are very poor.
So where it says put it there, because you know when the scriptures talk about something being the foot of something, that means that's the end of it, right? So now, what's America's sign? Like, what can it do? Right now you got the American flag, but what animal does America do?
What animal does America go by?
If you look on the back of the quarter, what's on the back of the quarter?
Back of the quarter? I don't know. Let's look. Do you have a quarter on that?
That's the symbol, and that goes back to the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, right? It's the eagle.
The eagle goes back to the Roman Empire? Yeah, I guess that. It's also in the German.
Yeah, but that Look, now you have this is the American symbol, the eagle, right?
Look, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know if I agree with this. I don't know what's going on.
I just wanted to ask the question.
I just want to say I don't know anything, so I'm not saying I support what they're saying. I gotta go do my homework. It was great talking with you guys. Have a great night.
Right, man, look out, man.
Have fun.
All right, have a good day, man. You know, like I said, man, that was the spirit putting right over, man. You know? Like I said, man, you
Yo, I got a YouTube channel. Can you promote it?
do now. We ain't gonna do all that.
The Turkish Tiger.
All right. But yo, you ask the average citizen, man. This guy don't know what's going on. He said, yeah. Well, he made one kind of statement. Which he said, if Russia sends nukes over here, America's going to send nukes over there, right? Which that's a true statement, man. And there you go right there, man. So when America, right? America had its own nukes, just like the rest of the country. And he mentioned something about Iraq and all that, Iran, all them. They've been poor countries. They have nuclear weapons too. Right? All these, the whole earth has nuclear weapons. Right? So America, Canada, they're going to shoot their missiles. Russia, China, Iran, they're going to shoot their missiles over here. So America's going to get their missiles off as well. But the only difference between all these other places is America's the one that's going to be completely destroyed. Right? All right, that's the only difference. So that's why, like the guy said, man, I hope it doesn't. Why? And yo, that's the matter. He said he hope it doesn't, but he has to go do his homework. You know, because that nigga is a heathen anyway, man. But that's the mindset of these people, man. They don't even consider, man. Matter of fact, that's what my thoughts.
Now, Second Ezra. It says, Second Ezra 15 and 12. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon you.
That's right, man. Egypt. What's modern day Egypt now? Bondage. America, man. America's going to mourn, man. Because right now, America don't think that like this dude, man. He don't think nothing's going to happen here, man. Nothing. Yo, this guy got to go do his homework, man. Like we said earlier, that's vain, man. Like, if you want to learn something, you should sit right here. That's why he's like, I don't promote nothing these guys are saying. I don't believe in none of it. We're not asking you to believe in that, man. You know? We're not asking you to believe in nothing we said. Just know that we told you, man. So when that happens, that dude, you gonna remember that when that shit start happening. Like, damn, you know what? When they hit that button and shit, and then you see the nuclear missile, like, damn, man, they said that was gonna happen. And after that, it's too late. And at that time, I hope, tell that nigga, yo, go do your homework, man. Finish your homework before the missiles get hand in your essay, man. You know? Yeah, read that one more time. What you say?
So Second Ezra 15 and 12. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten.
That's right.
With plague and punishments that the Most High shall bring upon you.
That's right. So the foundation shall be smitten with the plagues that the Most High sends upon it, man. What's one of the main plagues, man? Them ICBM missiles, man. All right? That's one of the major plagues, man, that's coming here, man. Then you have, you got the famine. All right?
So Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away, and the holes of their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Damn, so that's like if you watch that movie Terminator with Sarah Connor when they sent that nuke off and the people burnt up. You got Sarah Connor holding the gate. She was completely consumed while she was standing on her feet. That's going to be everybody in this country right now, man. Minus the people that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua delivers up out of here, man. But that's going to be the majority of these people. Matter of fact, I'm going to say all these people, man, that's out here. So, when you get hit with a quick fire, Matter of fact, say, if you was lighting a poly, right? And the heat came out, whoosh. And that's not even no real major heat, but it sends your whole face, your beard, your hair, and all that. Just imagine that. Magnify, man. Multiply. To that, where your eyes are melt in your freaking head, man. Your tongue in your mouth, man. That's extensive heat, man. All right? That's extensive heat. And they show you that, man. When it says the destroyer wins. Matter of fact, it's more on that up. Grab 16 or something. Because we're going to explain to you about what these missiles are, man. Just because it don't say missiles in the scriptures doesn't mean that it's not talking about these missiles, man. We can break it down for you.
So 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, 16 and 7. It says, may one turn away the arrow that is shot of a strong archer.
That's right. So an arrow that's shot from a strong archer. What's an arrow? What arrow is it talking about? Is it talking about a regular bow and arrow that you shoot at a target? No. A strong archer. So that's talking about the missile silems, man. All right? And the only way that this prophet could explain the arrow was using what he had in his time, in his lifetime, in his era, what he had around him to use to explain it. They didn't have ICBM missiles back then, man. So whatever he saw, he explained to what he had according to his knowledge right then and there, man. Just like it says what was written aforetime is for our knowledge. So this was written already, now we decoding it for you, man.
It says, verse 8, it says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
That's right, man. Send them plagues, man. That's also talking about the missiles too, ultimately. But amongst that, you have the famine, destruction, martial law, and all that. Who's going to turn that away, man? Once this thing start coming, man. And trust and believe me, man. They on the way, man. All right. They're on the way right now.
It says, the fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it?
That's right, man. The fire shall go forth from his wrath, man. What's that fire, man? The missiles too, man. Also with the Lord, the heavenly angels. All right, shooting their lasers at you, man. All right, but the fire is going to go forth, man. Who's going to quench it? What you going to see? A missile coming down and hit the ground? You going to pick up your phone, dial 911, and call for the fireman? They're like, oh shit, I just seen a missile hit the ground, yo. It's a fire. Or such and such a block. Y'all come put it out. That's not going to happen. I said, who will quench it, man? Word out.
So 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 13. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the end of the world.
That's right. So I can sit here right now and grab a bow and arrow, and I ain't even going to shoot it all the way down this block, man. So it says, for strong, read that one more time, Baba Gasar.
It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
That's right, man. The bendeth the bow, the missile was silence, man. His right hand. All right, because he created the people that made that, man. Go ahead, Doc.
It says his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the end of the world.
That's right, man. So, here you go. You got it right here, man. So when these missiles start to shoot off, all right, when these missiles start to shoot off, they're going to go from one end of the world to the other end, man. So that's how you know it's not talking about a regular arrow, man. It's talking about the ICBM missiles, man. All right, and wherever they're sent to go, they're going to accomplish one thing, and that's this right here, man. They're going to accomplish that. Wherever they're sent to go, all right, wherever these are sent to go, all right, they're going to hit their target. All right, they're going to hit their target. And there's no getting around that. All right? So that's how you know it's talking about missiles. It's not talking about no regular bow and arrow. Because how the hell you going to shoot a bow and arrow from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth, man? It's not physically possible.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do it with your, by your hand. You couldn't do it with a crossbow.
Right.
You couldn't even do it with a machine. With a machine that shoots like arrows. Unless you put like a fucking like rock, like fucking rock, yeah, like a what do you call it? The things that they put on like spaceships, or like actually with the missiles they're on. You know what I'm saying? Because you have the body. Yeah, well, the missile is broken up into certain stages. Like you have the section of the missile that basically gets it to a certain height. Then you'll have another one. It'll separate from there. Then it'll have another like rocket that pushes it. Then you have once it gets to a certain spot, then the warhead or whatever, they actually have the combustible component of the missile or whatever that basically separates and it'll hit different targets or whatever. Unless you have that, there's no way you're gonna have a physical arrow that's gonna stop. That's what it's talking about.